Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Ultraverse The Solution issue number 2 by Hutnell, Robertson, and Mike Miller as with inks. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm collecting comics again. Well, collecting when you're buying stuff up, like complete collections or just a few issues. And I'm always interested in the Ultraverse universe. I don't know. There's something that I just like, but when Ultraverse just in the '90s just been revealed or released, comics like in the '90s, I didn't have much interest in the Solution or most of those comics. But now lately, I just appreciate more of them because, well, modern comic sucks, in my opinion. So I'm going back to the '90s again. And why I'm doing issue 2? Well, I have issue 1 here, and it's more like a recap on little small introductions, but there's nothing much going on. It seemed that the Solution is a group of mercenaries, hire for money, and there's some super villains, if you will. They went to Russia, kill everyone there in some kind of a bunker, and steal 50 nukes or something like that, and they selling him to a person called Rex Mundi, or he's the leader of them. I'm not entirely sure. It's a little bit hazy. Um, and this woman is tech. She is a what the internet calls a techno telepath. She has some kind of a wetware in her head, and then she can hack into computers. She can use technology for our own personal gain. This guy is, I believe, Dropkick. He's some kind of a ninja, can shoot energy blast. Shadow Mage, well, she is a mage, and he is some kind of it's called Vark, I believe. Oh no, it's called his superhero name is Outrage, and I'm not sure if he's an alien or that he is some kind of a race or something. And but he can change into human form and into monster form. I have some things to talk about that, but let's go into the comic first, and then I'm guide you along the way. And this is a pretty thick book, but it also has the switcheroo comic thing that they did in the '90s a lot with Rune and with other people. And I didn't know. I mean, I forgot that Rune was the creation, or Barry Windsor Smith and Chris Ulm created Rune, and Rune is actually a very cool character. Although in the '90s I didn't care for him, but now I do. Uh, so where do we start? So this is the main bad guy. It's called Rex Mundi, and these are the bad guys, and he's sicking these bad guys to the Solution, and the Solution are now in Tokyo. And I must say, the art looks freaking gorgeous. It looks great. It has cool backgrounds. There's a lot of things going on. There's detail, and so this is it's called, I believe, Vork, and this is his human form. He has also the monster form. Again, I don't know if he is just a race that is born on Earth or that he's some kind of alien. I have no fucking clue. But so moving on a little bit, we switch to Shadow Mage is concentrating about something, and Tech has a telepathic connection with Dropkick because they are looking out for something, because she is meeting up with this business guy that wants to hire them for a job. But it seems that she reveals to him that he has a mole in his midst, because the enemy knows that they being hired by this guy, and this guy cannot believe it. And then immediately they're getting attacked by the enemy group. So every member is getting attacked by one person. So Dropkick is being attacked by, I believe this Death Dance. The other one, the monster guy, I'm forgetting his name, is let me double check real quick. Outrage is getting attacked by another one of his race, because simply there are brothers or two or more of his race. and Shadow Mage is being, attacked by a magician called Book. And I must say, I love the design. I mean, this design with female characters has also been, revealed in, Marvel books, like in the X-Men, a character like this with white skin, purple outfit, and this Wolverine-like hair. I like that a lot. The thing that I don't like is the costume of Dropkick. Looks great. I mean, the art. But I got some ads here. Sorry, skipping a few pages. So here, I don't like the design, the color scheme, and I especially don't like the whole thing on his head. I never understood what it stands for, but this just looks silly, in my opinion. And yeah, but he can hold his own, and he is, not only a ninja, but can also shoot blasts, energy blasts, stuff like that. And then Outrage meets his opponent in the he's dealing with them, and I must say the action looks great. It looks fast. It looks aggressive. It looks, cool, if you mean, and that's what 90 Comics was all about. It looks really great. But the story itself is very thin. I mean, there are just heroes getting attacked by another group of villains. But besides the cool story, I mean, the cool visuals, there's also some insight about what's going on. And I don't mean the story itself, where it leads to, but it's more like it seems that Shadow Mage tells Book that the book that he's holding is very dangerous. It's some kind of an evil parasite that, eats away his soul. But Book doesn't believe it, and he attacks her. So there's a little bit of, side story going on. So I'm curious where that leads. I mean, what is this book? What does it come from? What does it want? How does he get the book? We don't know. There's a lot of mysteries in here. But again, it looks really cool. And her power is she's not only a mage, but she is a mage, but she can, use runes and draw signs on objects and on her, body, and to, release a spell or something like that. Visual looks fantastic. I mean, especially this face and this with the color and the shading. It's really, really nicely done. But eventually the enemy, backs off, and they are being teleported away by the teleporter guy that I don't know whose name is, and his outfit looks not really good. But then the police shows up, and they are going asking questions. But don't want to show everything, so I'm gonna skip a few pages. A lot of RoboCop 3. That's a long time ago. So the design of the monsters of this guy in a monster form is boring. The whole gray brownish, aesthetic with just a muscle guy with big teeth that can transform his body into different parts, or have metamorphosis powers or whatever. We have seen that many, many, many times before. I don't know. It's just boring. This is lazy design. I don't like it at all. Skipping a few pages. So then Dropkick is, going into the apartment where Shadow Mage is, and he is gone, and she is, alive. And then he drew. I didn't. This is actually cool. She draws a rune on his body, on his chest, that enables him to fly. I mean, that's very cool that you can transfer your powers. I mean, parts of your power to another person, or maybe your teammate, and give them an extra power. I mean, that's really cool. So I hope this continues into the other books that I have. So we have to see about that. But then, the contractor is running away with Tech, but then he's getting shot, and she's getting picked up by Dropkick, and Kronstein. He's dead. So they lost a contractor. Outrage deals with his other opponent, and then he flies away. So yeah, he can transform his body into different, create wings, create monsters, create tentacles, weapons, probably, or, pointy things to attack people. Not entirely sure. I don't like his monster form, but I like his human form more, because he has also some kind of a very weird costume. He has some kind of a cape, and some shoulder pads with gold ornaments or something. He looks like some kind of an emperor, if you will. So that's a little bit strange. Well, it's not strange. I just don't know nothing about it. Basically, they are recapping what's happened, and they are getting worried that because they don't know who the evil guys are, where they come from, what they want from them. But they're gonna find out later, probably. And it brings us to the end of the book. I'm not gonna do the rune thing because it's only 2 pages, and I must say, Barry Winsor Smith, great looking artist, man. Yeah, it's looking fantastic. Is it a good book? No, not so much. But it intrigues me. I mean, I like the characters somewhat. I don't like Dropkick costume. I'm not a fan of Outrage, but Tech and Shadow Mage, they intrigue me. They have some things going on that I want to know what's happening behind. I'm stuck in my words. Sorry. I just want to know more of the superhero group. Maybe I'm growing a little bit fond of them, and maybe the story will turn out good. I don't know, but that's a question for another time. So that brings us to the end of the book. I hope this like it, although there's not much in it except for cool action and great art and some interesting characters. So please give me a like and share my video and subscribe to my channel. And then I'm going to see you next time in my next video. Goodbye and have a great day.